I'm going to jump back into the Rambo series here real quick. But today we're going to do the fourth Rambo movie. We're going to do Rambo from 2008. But this is my second favorite Rambo movie out of all four of them. So here we go. I want to talk about kind of the plot first. I think many of you have seen the movie. You know the plot. Basically, Vietnam veteran John Rambo has survived many harrowing ordeals in his lifetime and has since withdrawn into a simple life and secluded existence in Thailand, where he he captures snakes for local entertainers. And he's also like a chauffeur. He hires his boat out to locals. He really wants to just avoid trouble at this point in his life. He's just kind of trying to live out his life and, just be left alone pretty much. He figures probably he's safe in Thailand. A group of human rights missionaries, led by Michael Burnett and Sarah Miller, approach Rambo with a desire to rent his boat to go upriver to Burma. For over 50 years, Burma has been a war zone. The Karen people of the region, who consist of peasants and farmers, have endured brutality, oppressive rule, and a lot of torture from the murderous Burmese military, and have been struggling for survival every single day. And it's, that is an actual true story, which is one of the things I really loved about this movie. After some inner contemplation, Rambo accepts the offer to take Michael, Sarah, and the rest of the missionaries up the river. And so basically he drops them off. He goes home. A pastor from their church comes and visits him in the middle of the night and says they went missing. And Stallone says, where? And he agrees to take some mercenaries up to find them. And basically takes the mercenaries in there. And they decide that they want to free the hostages and free the missionaries. So he goes in at night and frees them. And, of course, they find that they're missing in the morning, and chaos ensues. Rambo ends up single-handedly taking out a lot of these guys. Because a lot of the mercenaries end up getting kidnapped on their way to get to the rescue boat, and so Stallone has to basically save everyone, as a Rambo character usually does in these movies. And so he ends up going in and getting the bad guy, and being triumphant, and kind of give you a quick synopsis, because you know the movie, you know how a Rambo movie is going to go. I'm not giving anything away by telling you, he doesn't want to kill anyone, he doesn't want to go to war, he almost gets forced into it, and has to kill everybody, and wins, and is the hero. Pretty basic. But the reasons I love this movie is because this movie reminds me so much of the first movie. And it's a lot more of a serious movie than the second and the third one, which I'm a fan of the two middle movies. I love them. But this one really reminded me a lot of the first one. In fact, I watched the first one and the fourth one back to back, and it was like a great combo for those two movies. The action in this movie, a lot of practical effects, some special effects. The CGI, at times they used it, wasn't the greatest, but that's the only thing I can think of this movie that I thought was bad at all. Like I said, some good practical explosions, great fight scenes. I mean, what's better than seeing Rambo rip someone's throat out, or cutting somebody's stomach open and his intestines falling out? Nothing. The violence in this movie, it is extremely violent. Definitely the most violent of any of the Rambo movies. I thought that it was very justified, though, because these people um, are just the most wicked people, and they are torturing, just absolutely just torturing the people of Burma. And it's just like it's unbelievable to me, the Burmese military, that this actually happens. I mean, this actually happened, and a lot of these stories were actually true stories that happened to people. And Sly plays a great Rambo, as he normally does. He brings a lot more of a kind of that Rambo character that was missing from the second and third movies, I thought. It's hard for me to explain. I guess the second and third one, I see them more as fun action movies, but the first and the fourth one, I see them more as a lot serious action movies. They are action movies, but there's a lot more drama involved. And of course, Stallone was one of the main writers, and he directs this movie. I thought he did an amazing job. From his own words, he said that he wanted to kind of direct this movie as if Rambo was directing it. So the camera's not steady all the time. It's very real, has a very, very real feel to it. Almost reminds me kind of Black Hawk Down. So in this movie, gone is the fun action of 2 and 3. It's replaced with realism, which is some of the best and most intense action scenes I've ever seen. I really think it's really cool. The ironic thing is that Rambo actually gives a vivid and some would say accurate portrayal of war. And I think that's why it just has that sense of realism to it. And I'm really glad that they went that way. Like I said, it is extremely violent. And was it over the top? I don't think so. I think like I said, I wanted to see these guys die. Maybe that's just me. And when he killed them, it was satisfying. And the part at the end when he goes back home to find his father was, I thought, a really good ending, a very satisfying ending. I was very satisfied with his character. The surrounding cast was actually pretty good. I'm not going to mention all their names and everything like that. You can look that up. But they were all pretty good. He has some sort of a love interest with Sarah, who's played by Julie Benz in the movie. Nothing ever really comes of it, but you could tell he has feelings for her. She has feelings for him, perhaps in another life, maybe. But now that he is who he is, it's more or less about saving her life than being with her, I think. And so yeah, it was a great return to the screen for Stallone after Rocky Balboa. And so a great directing. Everything was fun in this movie. It was just a great ending to the Rambo series. If it is the end, will there be another Rambo? I don't know. I wouldn't count it out 100%. But for all intents and purposes, this is the last one. And a great movie. My second favorite Rambo of the series after First Blood. I like the realism of the movie, and I like the intense emotions felt in this movie from Sylvester Stallone playing Rambo. So great movie by Stallone. Another great directing movie by Stallone. And I would give this movie a 10 every day of the week. So we'll see you guys real soon.